This man was born in 1603 in a small Italian village. He was considered slow, awkward, and absent-minded, even by his own family. He struggled with his studies and was rejected by several religious orders. It seemed like he failed at everything. But what the world saw as weakness, God used for glory. He was finally accepted by the Franciscans and lived a life of deep prayer, obedience, and humility. He barely passed his exams to become a priest, but miracles began to surround him. He would fall into ecstatic trances during Mass, so deep that he would become oblivious to everything around him. And then he began to levitate literally during prayer. Witnesses included monks, townspeople, and even skeptical church officials. But Joseph didn't seek fame. He hated attention. He often begged God to take the gift away. Still, he surrendered to God's will. Joseph's levitations weren't just rare. They were frequent. He floated during Mass, in processions, even at the mere mention of Jesus or the Virgin Mary. Horses would buck, crowds would gasp, and fellow friars stood in awe. But rather than pride, Joseph felt deep embarrassment. He didn't want to be noticed. The more famous he became, the more he was misunderstood and tested. Out of humility, he accepted isolation for years, hidden from the world, yet still overflowing with joy, simplicity, and love for Christ. Joseph lived a life of profound simplicity, eating little, owning nothing, and often found talking to birds and animals, like his spiritual father, Saint Francis. Despite his ecstasies, he was deeply grounded in humility, constantly calling himself a poor donkey, unworthy of God's gifts. When he died on September 18, 1663, witnesses said a soft glow filled the room. He was canonized in 1767, and today he is known as the patron saint of students, exam takers, and aviators, a man who soared, not by knowledge or effort, but by surrender and love. Saint Joseph of Cupertino, pray for us.